We're learning today that a new book that is coming out by Donna Brazile, the former acting chair of the Democratic National Committee, that the campaign of Secretary Hillary Clinton was far more influential at the Democratic Party, the Democratic National Committee, than we previously knew. Do you think, though, that what we're learning from Donna Brazile's book suggests that the campaign, that what the Democratic National Committee did, meant this election was rigged?
Yeah, I think it was.
It's a pretty powerful charge.
Well, what we have to focus on now as Democrats is we recognize the process was rigged, and now it is up to Democrats to build a new process, a process that really works and works for everyone, and that as we go forward, we have confidence in the integrity of this system, that Democrats, as they run a primary, are going to let the people speak, and that we're going to have a candidate who's the candidate chosen by the people. That's our job.
We learned today from former Democratic National Committee Chairwoman Donna Brazile that the Clinton campaign, in her view, did rig the presidential nominating process by entering into an agreement to control day-to-day operations at the DNC. The Clinton campaign controlling the party's staffing, strategy, finances, communications, and that agreement was entered into in August 2015, a year before she defeated Senator Bernie Sanders. This must shock you.
Look, this is a real problem. But what we've got to do as Democrats now is we've got to hold this party accountable. When Tom Perez was first elected chair of the DNC, the very first conversation I had with him is to say, you have got to put together a Democratic Party in which everybody can have confidence that the party is working for Democrats rather than Democrats are working for the party. And he's being tested now. This is a test for Tom Perez. And either he's going to succeed by bringing Bernie Sanders and Bernie Sanders representatives into this process, and they're going to say it's fair, it works, we all believe it, or he's going to fail. And I very much hope he succeeds. I hope for Democrats everywhere. I hope for Bernie and for all of Bernie's supporters that he's going to succeed.
Very quickly, Senator, do you agree with the notion that it was rigged?
Yes.
Two political adversaries are finding common ground on an unexpected issue. President Donald Trump and Senator Elizabeth Warren both say the Democratic presidential primary was rigged against Bernie Sanders. RT America's Marina Portnaya brings us the details.
The integrity of the Democratic Party is under scrutiny after the former DNC interim chairwoman alleges unprecedented authority was given to Hillary Clinton's campaign during last year's presidential primary. Donna Brazile claims the primary race was stacked against then-candidate Bernie Sanders because Clinton's campaign controlled the party before even winning the nomination. In newly released excerpts of her forthcoming book, Brazile claims a joint fundraising agreement was signed between Clinton's campaign and the DNC to keep the party financially afloat. The agreement allegedly allowed the Clinton camp to control the party's finances, strategy, all money raised. The DNC was required to consult with her campaign about staffing, budgeting, data, analytics, and even mailings. During a CNN interview Thursday, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts said Clinton's primary contest against Bernie Sanders was rigged. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump via Twitter has called for a federal investigation into the matter, accusing Clinton of cheating to steal the nomination from Senator Bernie Sanders. Supporters of Senator Sanders have long claimed the DNC showed preference to Mrs. Clinton. Brazile says the party's deal with Clinton's campaign was unethical, but not a criminal act. Meanwhile, Brazile was forced to resign from her position as CNN commentator last year after she was caught forwarding questions to Clinton ahead of a CNN-hosted debate against Bernie Sanders. Marina Portnaya, RT.
Tonight, Elizabeth Warren is being fully unleashed, ripping into Donald Trump, calling him, according to prepared remarks, quote, a loud, nasty, thin-skinned fraud who has never risked anything for anyone and serves nobody but himself. And and serving up a scathing indictment of the entire Republican Party, attempting to tie all Republicans to their presumptive nominee and his controversies, like those over Judge Curiel's ethnicity. Warren will say, quote, Trump isn't a different kind of candidate. He's a Mitch McConnell kind of candidate. Trump is also House Speaker Paul Ryan's kind of candidate. Donald Trump chose racism as his weapon, but his aim is exactly the same as the rest of the Republicans. Warren, only a first-term senator, has acquired an oversized importance to Democrats and is now seen as pivotal in their quest to win the White House. It's an unofficial role so far, but the Elizabeth Warren factor is alive and strong. There's Elizabeth Warren, the attack dog, already on full display.
I say we throw Donald Trump down the drain.
Unapologetic,
Donald, it's time to stop sniveling and put on your big boy pants.
and unfiltered in her aggressive and systematic takedowns of Donald Trump.
This small, insecure money grubber who just doesn't care about anyone but himself.
Helping Clinton's cause and keeping up the Trump offensive, baiting Trump in.
It's Pocahontas Elizabeth Warren
To fire back.
She is a goofus. So, you ever see her? I mean, this woman, she's a basket case.
Then there's Elizabeth Warren, the peacemaker. This perhaps most pressing right now. Warren is seen as key in helping to unify the Democratic Party after their fractious primary fight.
Now, I'm proud to be a Democrat in this election. Proud of the debate that Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton have had.
Warren is known as a progressive superstar with a powerful following, especially among supporters of Bernie Sanders, and seen as essential to help bridge the divide between Sanders and Clinton supporters and perhaps between the candidates themselves.
On Saturday night, 20,000 people came out to see not Hillary Clinton or Ben Carson or Donald Trump, but Bernie Sanders speak at the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center in Boston, Massachusetts. While only the third largest Bernie Sanders event, which says a lot about how successful the Sanders campaign has been, the rally was the largest Democratic primary rally in Massachusetts since 1968.